Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Nick and I'm looking closely at the floor here because it's a little bit muddy. Hope you are well. I want to do the walk the other way around this time, but there's too many dog walkers about, so I've got to do it this way around. Look at this stuff. Anyway, what can you do? Now, there's a bit of frost about today, hence I got my big coat on. Yes, it's the first day of the big coat weather. And thank goodness there's a bit of frost because this will be muddier than usual. But this is very, very, very tough terrain. Oh goodness gracious me. Yeah, my shoes are going to be extremely muddy again. Definitely need to wash them when I get home. It's a bit debatable whether this still is a public walkway. Jeepers! That's not what you see on a public walkway, is it? Anyway, so we'll see how we get on. Whoa. I'm not sure how long this video will be today, because I've been suffering a bit from burnout, which you might have seen on my Twitter things. Now, burnout, I know what's the problem. Burnout has been, I've been trying to run the channel at the same speed I did when I was doing it full time, but now I've got a part-time job, so I'm doing the same job as sort of like, not two people, for like 1 3/4 people. And you can keep working and working and working, but every day, but the body doesn't fully regenerate to a point where you're working on slightly less battery each time, and then suddenly you get a point where the battery's completely dead and you need a new battery. Hope you're following this health-wise, and you just need a few days of doing nothing. And apologies, what's taken a major hit is the live streams. This week I haven't done any at all, which I apologise for, but I just did not have the energy to do it. All the other videos, the pre-recorded stuff, I try and keep about 2 weeks ahead just in case this sort of thing happens, because it's happened before. So I want to give you as much as I possibly can. So apologies there, but I'm hopefully going to try and pick that up. I've got a few days off starting the 7th of December, so get a bit of energy back there. But I haven't forgotten the live streams, haven't forgotten you. Try and arrange as much as I can do. As soon as, so that's the thing with running your channel, as soon as there was 2 days with no streams, I was getting messages saying, is the channel dead and so forth, alarmist stuff. It's not dead. I'm just a one-man operation. I try and do as much as I possibly can, but I absolutely run out of energy completely. So sorry if I feel a bit lackluster today, but I always feel that if you can't keep it up and energetic and fun, don't do the video, because it will certainly come across. You need super energy for this job. That's what I reckon. Right, talking of energy, my energy is particularly low. And now we're coming up to this gateway, you might remember from before. It doesn't open, but you just have to try and climb over the thing, and it's wet as well. Oh God. I did say it's frosty, but perhaps the frost has melted ever so slightly. Go, 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 Nick. Ooh. So after this, I'll be editing the video and probably have a bit of a lie down, because I'm absolutely done in. What's that fellow up to? It's a bit strange. Maybe he's at a loose end. Never mind, So yeah, what I'm talking about is burnout. You might have got this a few times in the past, but I work pretty much combined with YouTube and my other job, which I've recently done from September. I've actually worked 7 days a week. And I don't have enough R&R. I know people say, look, relax, that's fine, but you know, YouTube is a competitive thing. You've got to keep the content up. That's the main point, being a content creator. And when you're looking to watch a channel, really you don't want excuses. You want a channel that does a lot of stuff and everything's fun. So that's the main aim. So I haven't had a day where there haven't been anything go. Well, it's Monday and Tuesday. There's very rarely a day when nothing goes up, but we'll just see how it goes. But the channel will continue. Just that I'm going for a bit of a tough spell. But all good fun. Walking helps as well. It's giving me a bit of air in the lungs and a bit colder temperature. I work better in colder temperatures, so that's probably for the best. Also in the winter there's less, well, I say there's less thorn bushes here. It's still a bit overgrown, isn't it? Whoa. Yes, there we go. And it's going to be the NHS site. Is it starting to rain? It better not do. Curse you, rain. Is this a waterproof camera? I'm not sure. Stay at home, protect the end of your NHS, buy an umbrella. Oops. I think I'm stuck. No, I'm not stuck. Stop. That's loser talk. Right, go. getting out onto the road bit, so you might notice the volume go a bit high. I forgot to say, sorry if the, like I always say on these videos, sorry if the sound goes in and out a little bit. Outside's always a bit tricky with the wind on the mic, but we seem to be sort of like okay so far. But yeah, on the motorway now, so let's turn this off a bit. Through the gap in the fence, getting a bit of deja vu here. Hello to the top. There's going to be that red rubbish sack, isn't there, if you've seen some of the other ones of these. There it is, never going to be tidied up ever. Right, on we go, on we go. Hope you've enjoyed the videos going up on the channel this week. Trying to keep it a little bit varied as we enter the woods. There's a homebrew which is very red on Wednesday called Atomic Cat. Have a look at that if you haven't already. We get to control a central character. The video that took the longest to do this week was a recap video, Amiga games 351 to 400. Yes, we've covered over 400 Commodore Amiga games now, believe it or not. So you want to show that video some love, have a watch on that. Maybe see some games you haven't seen before, or some from your childhood, have a look at that one. And yeah, it's the same sort of videos going up on Saturday as well, a couple of Spectrum games, and Sunday going too. So all looking good going forward, despite my energy crash. The show will always go on. Whoa. Right, let's get to that clearing. I think it's somewhere around here. Hopefully the logs are still there. They vanished 1 week, then turned back up again. I don't know, it's because animals possibly living in them, they've been treated. Looks a bit burnt as well, so maybe that was it. Oh, they are back here. Hooray for that. So let's have a sit down. Let's talk about something a bit bigger, like the universe. That's quite big, isn't it? Certainly couldn't fit it in a squash court. God blimey, I feel like a 300-year-old man today. Right, energy coming back, air circulating in the body, cold air, yippity-doo-dah. Anyway, I was watching on YouTube, I watched a lot of things. There's an interview with Brian Cox, and they was talking about the universe, and I always find that quite fascinating. It's about, are there any life on other planets, that sort of thing. And the conversation come that life on our solar system is very, very rare, because you need a number of things. First of all, you need a rocky planet in the Goldilocks zone, so i.e. the right distance from the sun, so it's not too far away, they're not too cold, not too hot, and also the water can form. Sorry, I'm making you a bit dizzy there. Water can form. Also, as well as for life to develop, you need a few billion years, so you need a stable solar system, so asteroids don't hit and rocks don't come in and all that sort of stuff. And our solar system apparently is quite unique in that fact. Like other solar systems where potentially could be life, they're not stable. Like there's rocks, asteroids hitting, which killed the dinosaurs eventually, debatable, every now and again. Now, apparently what happened when our solar system was forming, that gas giants normally form quite near to the sun, and our solar system they're far away. And what happened was, when there's lots of dust about, the gas giants that were forming, like Jupiter, gradually come into the sun, soaking up all the dust, and it's sat pretty much where Mars is at the moment. That's why Mars is a bit smaller, because it was sucking up all the material, and it would have come in towards Earth and stopped Earth from forming as well. But at the same time, Saturn was coming into play. Are you following this? Right. Well, Saturn come into another gas giant and interacted with Jupiter, which caused them both to be flung out further, which stabilised the asteroid belt. There's a heavy bombardment period, I think, when maybe Neptune or Uranus was forming too. But they pretty much took all the rocks and stuff outside. So we had this quite stable, the Kuiper belt, the asteroid belt, had this quite stable situation where Earth was unaffected by any major asteroids and then could form. Now it's saying that for that to happen is like trillions and trillions to one. So in this galaxy there might be one or two civilizations, including us of course, but there might just be us. But in the grand scheme of things, the universe, what they were saying is, because there was so many trillions and trillions of galaxies, life would probably be there as well. So it's a pretty random phenomenon then. You need water in liquid form, you need the right temperature, and you need billions of years without the Earth or the planet being hit by asteroids and stuff that knock it out of orbit. Now, you do get, when the solar system is forming, you do get planets that get knocked completely out the solar system and just wander aimlessly around the place, and that could have happened to the Earth, but Jupiter is the main thing in our solar system protecting us from a whole heap of stuff, and I thought that was very interesting. I'm still knackered. This doesn't help me being knackered, so without that I couldn't be sitting on this log now. Hooray! I'm always fascinated by space stuff. I mean, Jupiter hasn't kept all of the asteroids out of our way. Quite often there's near misses. There's another asteroid called the God of Chaos that's going to come quite close to us in 2060 something, which I commented on in a previous video, but it's not actually going to hit us. But the problem is there's so many rocks out there that we don't know until they're actually here, but the majority of them are kept out by Jupiter. So a big hello to Jupiter. As a shout out to Jupiter, everyone point at Jupiter. I think you can see it in the night sky at the moment. It's quite close to Saturn, I think. In the night sky, differently, they're quite a few miles apart. You certainly couldn't get a bus there. Whoa. Keep going, Nick. Oh, this is slippery leaves. That's not good. Slippery leaves. If your name's Slippery Leaves, then comment below. Don't know what occupation you do. Okay, an empty bench, that's what you like to see. A little bit wet, I'm so tired, who cares? Yeah, burnout, as I was mentioning before. Have you ever suffered from this? I mean, I've had it 2 or 3 times before, and I think just ease off, but I think when it gets down to it, it's in the blood. Some people are just workaholics and you just keep doing it. I think the problem is I never feel like I'm doing enough, and that might be work or at home or something, and so you don't relax. I find it very hard to switch off. That's something I need to work at, but I've been saying that for absolute years really. But yeah, I mean, need to get the live streams back up and running. That's good fun. As I say, I've got some time off on the 7th of December. It might be a week. I need to double check that, but at the same time I want to fully recover. But there will be some live streams now. If you're a member on the video, we'll come to that a bit later on. I think I did promise 2 or 3 live streams this week, which I punctually couldn't do, so I'll stop promising that. I'll just take it day by day as a sort of thing. But yeah, right, let's get walking. Yeah, let's get out of here. Boo 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 boo. Maybe if I wait long enough, a rickshaw will come along to take me the rest of the way home. About halfway round. Because this is terrible, man. I'm absolutely dead. Yes, maybe a bus would come along. I just need a bit of a rest. I should have taken water with me. Nincompoopin'. I'll just show you around this side bit here. Well, I've got a bit of an energy thing back. I think workers recently cut this bit out. It used to be all woods, and it's all like mud here. So if you've got a surfboard or a toboggan, you might want to go down this mud flap. Oh, not me. That looks, yeah, I don't like that at all. Let's get back here. It's like being on some strange planet round here. Titan or Nincompoop 7 or one of the other big ones. Well, it's about a month till Christmas, isn't it, really? I haven't started my Christmas shopping yet, which is generally, well, normal. Probably do it all online this year. I don't fancy going around with a mask, throwing my weight around. But you might have done yours already if you're more than organised. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it this year. We'll see what's happening with the lockdown. I've got my few days off in December, the 7th of December, so I'll have to try and do it then. I'm sure my energy levels will be back by then. I'll just eat more ice cream and cups of tea and maybe get up a bit later. But yeah, work, it's quite strenuous. Every minute is accounted for, so you can't go hiding. Well, you might be able to go hiding on it, but my brain just don't allow me to do that. Whenever I'm not moving for a couple of minutes, I start feeling guilty and need to work. That's probably most of the problem then with my burnout. You're a workaholic because you choose to be. What a wally. The main danger, of course, when you're a bit of a workaholic is other bits of your life seem to take a back seat and get neglected. So like keeping the house cleaning up, eating properly and all those sorts of things. So it's very important to keep a balance, which is something I have to constantly work on. Right, now let's do the shout outs, but I'm going to go in a bit of seclusion because quite often I get bored. I don't want to give you a top shout out. My board seems to have got covered in water, but as usual, I'm used to this thing. I'm an expert. I've written it down on a bit of paper. Hurrah! Yes, I don't know what that noise was, but anyway, a big thank you to the members this month. Now, if you want to look about what memberships entails, click on the join button. Doesn't commit you straight away, but for $1.99 a month, if you're not going to miss it, of course, that will help me a great deal. But I'd always say, don't put yourself in financial difficulty. If you can help the channel move on, then fantastic. Gives you access to the members area. We can see what games going up in the following week, and hopefully in the new year I can add a bit extra to that as well. If you're on the first tier, fantastic. The second tier and above, I always give you a shout out for things that you're doing if you want me to. If you want me to, just comment in the member section or over Twitter if you want to DM me or anything like that. So big thank you this time go to Claire Johnson, thank you very much. James O'Grady, John Robury, Jeffrey Searby. I know I talk to a lot of you on Twitter, so thank you very much there. Martin Rymel, Stuart Laycock, Steve Norman, thank you everyone there. Lemmy Barnett, Stephen Q, NEUK, thank you very much, sir. Sorry about the lack of live streams this week, but hopefully I want to get back in as quickly as I possibly can. That's always my aim, energy permitting. Phil Hill, haven't seen you for a while, so I hope you're okay, sir, coping with the oddness of this year. Rossi Bossy, thank you. Kono Baggy, Greyholt 2, Jason Holmes and Andrew Gibson. So thank you everyone, really, really appreciated. And there's 4 of you on the top tier, so huge thanks for that. Everything helps, but this really, really does help, because ideally I want to go full-time again, but we'll see how it goes. There's Richard Mitten, Tom, Julie Monkton and Graham Vevke, so huge thanks to all of you. And Julie wants me to shout out the site that she's been working on. It's the same one as last week, but I'll put up the link again because you used to work on that. It's mygamingmemories.weebly.com. That's mygamingmemories.weebly.com. Julie says also she's planning some sort of an advent calendar feature on there where it's like doors that open and behind each door is a different game each time. God, my arms are getting really tired quickly today. Yeah, so check that one out. Puts a lot of work into it. It's more like a blog, and also feeds back to sometimes Julie's diary of the time when she was playing these games. So very interesting from a retro point of view. So thank you for coming on my walk again. Somehow managed to make it around. A few odd things going on, a few odd dances here and there, but it wouldn't be one of my walks if at least a little bit weird didn't happen. ZX Spectrum videos will be going up on Saturday and also on Sunday as well. Members will know those videos in advance, so huge thanks again, and thank you just for subscribing and watching the videos in the first place. It's a massive help really, trying to grow the channel. There's a lot of competition out there, as you know, but I can just grow and grow and grow. That obviously makes more things possible. So till next time, take great care of yourself and are very fond. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, E.
And Jenkin.